If you're traveling in your Tesla and you can manage a little bit of risk, here's one little trick I found. You can see here that we are headed towards the New Philadelphia Tesla Supercharger, and it wants us to stop in Cambridge. So I have, if you press this right here, you can remove the supercharger spot. And now, and it'll give you a little warning, stay below 70 mile an hour, or you're not going to make it. But you can make it without, and you can skip that stop. What you really need to do is to watch this graph here very close. You need to open up your energy thing, set it to trip, and watch your energy consumption really close. This will make it so you'll know if you can avoid the Cambridge Supercharger. Right now, I'm set at 75 mile an hour and running autopilot. All right, I'm 4 miles in. I'm still running 75 mile an hour. The warning actually went away a second ago, and this did come up as 3%. As long as you're below 3%, it's going to come up with this warning. At least that's this current version of the software. That's what it seems to be doing. So I'm going to leave it at 75 for a minute, honestly, because I'm trying to beat the weather. There's a little bit of rain coming in, and I want to get ahead of the rain, and then I can slow way down if I need to. Or I can stop at the Cambridge Supercharger, one of the two. So I'm not really worried about running out of energy completely, but it's just trying to play the game and manage your time and your energy. All right, even though we're driving 75, the little warning went away. We're 6 miles into this, and it says we'll have 3%, so our warning has even gone away. So I'm sticking with the 75 mile an hour. Alright, we're now 30 miles into this and well in Ohio. See, I did quickly catch that sign. I guess now I'm back. Now I'm driving myself because I got into that rain I was hoping to get in front of. See if I try autopilot. It's not happening. So, but now I'm up to 5%. So, and I've still been trying to hold around 75 mile an hour. Now that I got to drive myself, it's not quite as consistent. All right, now I'm 36 miles into this. I'm still, watch this grow. Now I'm up to 7%. I'm sitting here doing 60 mile an hour because I finally got autopilot back. I probably should be driving fast trying to get in front of this, but I brought up the radar. I mean, this is the little rain I'm trying to avoid as much as I can. But, let's see, watch how quick this will go up. And if you switch over here to consumption, and let's see, let's zoom in on the last 5 miles. I guess we're too hilly to really notice, but these consumption graphs here show how much energy you're consuming. And if you're going up and downhill, I mean, when you go downhill, you're consuming less and less and less. You get down here, switch uphill, and it'll start to consume more energy as you're driving up the hill. So I was hoping you could tell when I slowed down to 60 mile an hour, but you really can't because the hills are dictating more of the reason for the energy consumption as opposed to the speed. So if we really could zoom all the way out and get an average, this here is where I slowed down to 60 mile an hour, but we must be going uphill over here. So ultimately, if we were doing 70, all this would be a lot higher because we're going up an extended hill. All right, I'm gonna bump it back up to 75 because clearly, switch back here to trip, and then look how, I mean, that line just starts moving up really quickly if you slow to 60 mile an hour. I mean, your range can go way up. And I'm going to do this real quick too. If we look here, that's our average consumption over the last whatever marker we're on. We're on the 30 miles. So in the last 30 miles, we've averaged 389 watt hours per mile. And our projected range is 64 miles now. Well, since we're running we're going downhill now, and that projected range will probably go up because the average will probably keep dropping. But I mean, you can really play with a lot of details on this. Like in the last 5 miles, we used 370 average. So at 370 average, our projected range is that. And then you can even change instant range. There you go. Now you can really play with it. Like right now we just started back uphill, so you can watch those numbers just change rapidly. If we kept going uphill at this rate and consuming this much energy because we're going uphill, we'd only be able to go 35 miles. So again, averages are what's really important when you really want to get into this, and this might be a little bit too much detail for this video, but we'll go back to the trip. We'll go back to simple. You know, we sped up. This line here is going to start going back down, and you just want to make sure that you got a little bit of a cushion, and you're going to make that supercharger here, and you just keep going. If it looks like you'll be able to trend this pretty much. And you also need to really think about it too, because this gray line, Tesla is doing that because of all their data on all their vehicles, and they try to factor in so many conditions on whether you're going to make it or not. It's like it's never consistent, because they're trying to anticipate all the things that matter. Like if it was snowing right now, we'd be consuming a lot more. I mean, it's pretty warm. It's January and it's 60 degrees in southern Ohio, so it's really warm. So that's probably helping us track above this line as well, because maybe it was anticipating it would only be like 45 degrees outside, so that'll help you track above the line. So it's you want to do it over time if you're really going to manage this, and it might be a little complicated, but a little practice with it, and it can save you some time if you want to play with it. If not, just stop at Cambridge or do exactly what it tells you. From my experience, it won't let you get stranded if you do what it tells you. It's like, it's not giving us this warning. I mean, it'll be giving you yellow warnings up here. If it thinks you're not going to make it, it tells you to slow down. So that's very, very important to follow that if you don't want to get stranded. All right, there we go. That's by a power plant that's producing some of the energy for this car. I'm going to make a quick point of this too, because as we watch this trip, electric cars are powered by fossil fuels. However, it is way more, you can control the pollutants way easier when you produce the energy in a big power plant like that compared to when you do a little power plant in each individual car. So it still are more energy environmentally friendly, even though they use fossil fuels. Most likely. I don't know. If you really want to get super complicated and factor in every single detail and every single pros and cons, I don't know. Anyone can manipulate anything they want. And, the mining processes for the lithium and all that, I think there's some people that try to factor in all that stuff, but I have a hard time trusting anybody on that stuff because they all have an agenda. But, who cares about the environment? The cars are better. They're just better. Smooth, fast, efficient. No gas stations, no pumping gas. Just when you travel, you got to be a little bit more, spend a little bit more time putting energy in your car. But most days, most people factor in their whole year experience, I bet they save time because they don't go to the gas station during their normal work week, and then when they go on vacation, they got to drive a little bit slower, or rent a gas car on vacation. Leave your electric car at home. That's just some EV pros and cons stuff that I have my opinions on. So hopefully you can appreciate them. Well, that was interesting because of that. Autopilot was driving just fine, and I tried to make it get over in the lane. Oh, they're good. We can turn it back on. Tried to make it get over, and then it didn't want to go. Anyways, on this, we're getting close to the end. I've stepped it back up. Still been driving pretty quickly, as fast as I want to go this whole time. So, and we're gonna make it. So, big reason for this. Now that I think about it, though, it's almost for surely because it's this much warmer than average. I don't know what the average temperature in January in Ohio would be, but probably closer to, in the 30s or something. And we're this much warmer, so it's probably really easy to beat that line on a day like today. If it was 0 degrees out, you would know. That's why you start early, way back here, and you would know, even though you're driving slower, you'd still be losing on that line, and then you'd be dropping below it. And then you gotta get to the Supercharger or stop in Cambridge, but pretty sure we're well past Cambridge already, and I'm not the slightest bit worried. Only got a few more miles to go and we'll be there. Alright, well, it looks like we've made it. Obviously, chargers are right over here. And this is the best configuration for Tesla Superchargers. You just pull in. If you got a trailer and everything, this is first time I've experienced this was a few weeks ago on my way down to Florida. This is definitely the best way to do the chargers. Alright, well, hopefully you found this video informative. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Come on, why are you not opening it? There it goes. Once it turned green, we're charging. But yeah, check this new Philadelphia Supercharger in Ohio. It's pull-through charging stations. So if you're the first one here, you get to be pointed out. If somebody comes later, they'd have to back out of their spot if I'm still here, or somebody could. I mean, if it's crowded, there's like all different ways that you'd end up. Worst case scenario, you just have to back in or whatever, kind of like the other ones. But mostly you can just pull through. So hopefully you like these, and please like and subscribe to my channel. And I'm out for now.